So, premature and scorching summers are making life miserable for many across India, especially in the cities, and the soaring temperatures are adversely affecting health, causing a dip in agriculture production and drying up rivers. The repercussions of climate change are being felt more strongly than ever, especially in climate vulnerable zones. Cities in India are also feeling the heat due to a combination of factors, including the urban heat island effect, but largely an account of ill conceived urbanization. So, given the current context and future exigencies, it is an opportune moment to critically engage with urban land use planning. In short, we can say ULP, especially urban and peri-urban agriculture as one of the essential elements of the sustainable urbanizations. So, if we talk about, we need to know that urban and peri-urban agriculture. In short, we can say UPA. So, what do we understand by UPA? Urban agriculture is the practice of cultivating, processing, and distributing food in or around urban areas. This can address major dimension of food security. The activities in urban agriculture include growing plants and rearing livestock, including aquaculture and apiculture, harvesting, processing and distributing food and non-food products from aromatic and medical herbs. So, peri-urban agriculture occurs in surrounding the boundaries of cities throughout the world. It includes products from crop and livestock agriculture, fisheries, and forestry and non-wood forest products, as well as ecological services provided by agriculture. Fisheries and forestry, often multiple farming and gardening systems exist in and near a single city. So, how active has India been about adopting UPA? With rapid urbanization, with a rapid industrialization and capital investment on urban lands, green zones are being converted to developable areas in cities. Agriculture, mostly associated with rural practice, hardly finds a mention in urban planning reforms. Although India's urban and regional development plans, formulation and implementation, in short we can say URDPFI. So, according to the guideline mentioned agriculture while preparing city plans, there is little effort for inclusion of agriculture in city plans. Green India Mission is one of the 8 missions under the National Action Plan on Climate Change aiming to increase the forest and tree cover. So it restore degraded lands and promote agroforestry in cities. Question rise on this stage that why is a UPA significant? Why is a UPA significant? The Food and Agriculture Organization, in short we can say FAO, recognizes UPA as a significant contributor to food security, livelihood generation, especially for women. Poverty alleviation, strengthening cities' resilience to climate change. So, urban areas already house and least 55% of the world's population and consume 80% of the food produced globally, thus underlining UP as key to achieving sustainable food systems. There is a growing recognition among citizens and government alike that urban farming and gardening can be an important shock absorber and must be the centerpiece in our reimagination of a more resilient urban food system. So that's the thing. So now we need to understand that already suffering from high population density, unaffordable housing, pollution, water scarcity at some places and flooding at others, urban poverty, the cities are a far cry from the centers of sustainable living with opportunities for all. Adhering to the critical need for a paradigm shift in urban planning. In short, we can say UPS stand well as one of the essential elements of sustainable urbanization. A very big question on this stage arises that what challenges have been associated with UPA? What types of challenges have been associated with UPA? So in an urban setting, there are a certain constant and issue which need to be addressed in order to make UPA successful. In this regard, lack of access to water and other productive resources, competition for land and issue related to tenure rights. There are food safety concerns regarding the use of waste water and organic material and the risk of the spread of diseases and contribution. City planners would also require technical guidance for the integration of agriculture activities into urban development, and training needs to be provided on urban sustainable production systems. That's the main thing. We need to understand this. So a very big question again rises on this stage, that what can be done to promote urban and peri-urban agriculture? What can be done to promote urban and peri-urban agriculture? Adhering to environmental norms, urban land use planning must prioritize estimation of waste management capacity, build infrastructure for it, and regulate industrial installation to the capacity. Adequate political will for financial inputs and enforcement for regulation will be essential for often fund-starved urban administrations and for curbing violation of environmental norms. Urgent attention to UPA and its incorporation into ULP with enabling support will also go a long way in achieving urban food security and even a circular bioeconomy. Inclusive development and upscaling. So upscaling like advocating urban gardening among those who can afford it, without integrating vulnerable groups in the plans for a resilient and transformative food system will have limited impact. Most importantly, this urban planning shall include skill development programs for the lower income groups to offer them livelihood opportunities in gardening, food processing and retail and marketing. The hope is to build a sustainable local food production distribution system while strengthening the capacity of the urban poor. Initiatives at local level, so like professionals such as urban planners and landscape architects need to effectively utilize available public spaces and offer citizens an opportunity to enjoy nature botany. This will generate income for local bodies and also attract urban agri-tourism also. It will also really attract urban agri-tourism. To begin with, public institutions and workspaces, especially those with residential services, could be encouraged to create green corners in their premises by growing vegetation so that are regularly consumed by the residents. This is the regular product and it regularly consumed by the residents. So the community of a small producers can also exchange ecological knowledge and barter produce, making such initiatives successful. To city-raised children, such spaces provide avenue for eco-culture learning. Governance of peri-urban areas, like the recommendations of, it's for more effective governance of peri-urban regions. So it includes planning for peri-urban areas, providing a rational regional land use pattern. It formulating an effective regulatory regime. So constitution of metropolitan planning committees, provision of affordable housing, basic services, regional transport, corridors and facilities. And it also developing a cluster of rural settlements, growth centers including census towns. Thanks for watching.